Welcome to a completely new exciting series, Satisfactory. This is an amazing game, overwhelming positive reviews on Steam. It's actually almost 100,000 reviews with 97 positive. So if you're not convinced yet, I think you need to watch this Let's Play because this is also the goal of this Let's Play, to convince you to buy and to play this game. This is not sponsors, I just think this is an amazing game. Now, we're going to start this Let's Play in update 6, version 6. Update 7 is also coming very soon, but if you think early access, that means there's tons of bugs and I need to wait, you are definitely wrong. This is ready to play, you should play it. Every new version, every new update just adds even more on top of it. And actually the developers have confirmed that now they're moving to really preparing the full launch, the full release, which will have different game modes, full story and much more. So anyway, let's start a new game. We're going to start in the northern forest. It says good for more experienced pioneers, but honestly I think this is also totally fine for new players, and this is what this Let's Play is also all about. I'm going to show you completely from scratch, so if you're a beginner, this is totally fine. You will learn everything you need to learn, but if you're a veteran, you should also definitely stay. If you've watched any of my other series, for example Anno 1800, Captain of Industries or other simulation or city building games, you know that I'm going to share tons of tips, secrets, advanced gameplay. So I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. And in particular, I'm going to try to show you how to make perfect productivity factory for each and every single resources of the game. Instead of going for Stratville, we're going to go for Strat World this time, because what this is, you get into a completely new planet, a new world. You're the first to arrive, or at least let's say first human to arrive, and we need to develop this planet. We need to automate the production of all resources. It starts with a bit of this, it's not even a tutorial, it's a small intro, a bit like when you get into a plane, you know, you get their security announcement. This is the same over here. I will try to use chapters as much as possible, you know, the YouTube functionality. If you want to skip this to get into the real gameplay, don't hesitate, but I think this is a fun one. It shows you that you need to explore, exploit, automate, you know, build tons of things. So this is cool. As I said, right now we don't really have a full story, but this is coming. Of course, don't hesitate if you have any question, comment, request, put them in the comments below. Also to look at the video description below. I'm going to try to put a bit more details, of course the link to the Steam page and things like this. But here it is, we're dropping from space. We're now entering the atmosphere, so you can see all of the fire. I hope this is going to survive, otherwise we're a bit in trouble. This Let's Play is gonna be quite short in this case, but yeah, I think we'll make it. We'll make it. We're getting close to the ground. As you can see, we're starting to see some, I think it's a mountain over here. Oh no, it's some clouds, sorry. And here we are, getting into the forest. So in update 6, actually, you know, the map, there's only one map. It's like every time you play, this is always the same map, meaning that the resource nodes are exactly at the same space. But every time you start, you're actually dropped not exactly the same space. Even if we select, you know, the forest like we did over here, this is a new space. I don't know exactly where we are. I mean, hopefully I will recognize it soon and I'll be able to find my bearings and, you know, guide us to a good place. But I'm not 100% sure, you know, I need to walk around a bit before I know where we are. We'll also get, of course, you know, some help with that. But yeah, let's dive right in. As you can see, this is a first-person factory building, but there is also some mods that enable you to, you know, be in third person, so we may use them from time to time. Oh yeah, I recognize this. Okay, this is interesting. But for now, we need to actually go through the quick tutorial. You know, we have Ada, our artificial directory and assistant, that's going to guide us through that. Right now, the first thing we need to do is press F to destroy our hub or drop pod. So let's do that. We're dismantling it. Perfect. So this was with F. This is what we did. All good. Now it's going to give us the next mission. The next mission is if you press O, remember that you'll have access to all of the tutorials, for example, pressing O, or also all of the recipes. For now, we don't have a lot. As you can see, just a few buildings, few parts. But in the future, we'll definitely have a lot more. Okay, and while we're waiting, let's pick up some of those leaves. We'll explain very soon why. You may be thinking, why am I doing this? Or this is boring, I don't want to do that. But this is the whole point of the game, is you don't want to do that. You want to automate everything as much as possible. Okay, now we need to equip our Xeno Zapper. So we're pressing tab to open the inventory. And we see over here the Xeno Zapper, we're gonna put it in our hand. And it is, it's in our hand. With that, we can defend ourselves. And now we get to the next point, which is the important one, which is V. With V, we can start scan for resources. At the beginning, only the iron ore. Soon we'll have many other. The iron ore is definitely the critical at the beginning, and that will also tell me a bit where I am. Because now I can see there's quite a few resources that way. So hopefully this is where we should be going. There's also quite a few over here, but almost 1 kilometer. So I've arrived at the first node that we were seeing. You know, they're all over here, but actually this is not where I want it to be. This will be the second place or the second base we create. The first one is therefore the one in 1 kilometer over here. So I'm gonna sprint away. Okay, here it is. We have arrived where I wanted to be. We have some limestone over here, but we can see also a lot of iron there. 2 over here, 2 over here, and there's also 2 over there. So 6 iron nodes, and actually I think all of them are pure. So there's different types of purity level, and you know, the purest one give you the most resources. That doesn't mean the impure ones are useless. Now they're all good, but it's just a bit less efficient, let's say. But yeah, we have found the first one, so let's go over here. Most of them are usually defended, so we need to be careful. It's probably just above there, hiding from us in those trees. Yes, I see it over here. That came from behind. Come to me. I'm not scared. And when he comes, I'm just gonna jump. Bit of fun, but yeah, you attack him basically a couple of ways, and Ox remains. Perfect. And now with E, we can start collecting some of the iron. So of course, we don't want to do that manually forever, even if we could, you know, you can go for it as long as you want. But yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to automate it as quickly as we can or as soon as possible. Unfortunately, this is not available right away. We need to just unlock a couple of things in a hub. And this is the next mission. The next mission is going to be to build a hub. So let's do that. We're going to do it over there at the bottom. Right, there's quite a bit of space. It's flat. Oh, there's an enemy. Oh, a spider. These spiders are scary. If you are really scared of spider, by the way, there is a mode to not have any spiders. But yeah, we're playing with it for now. So we're opening our building menu, and we have the hub. You can only build one, but if you want to delete it with F and put it somewhere else, you definitely can. So if you're not happy where it is, don't hesitate. You can rotate it if you want with your mouse. And as you can see for now, it is pretty bare. There's not even walls or anything like this, because we need to upgrade it. We need to upgrade it with this up terminal. This is the tier 0 over here. And we're gonna start unlocking up to tier 8. And yes, the first mission, so let's do it. We're gonna unlock a couple of things, but for that we need to give or deliver, if you wish, 10 iron rods. To make iron rods, we need iron ingots. But actually, as we said, right now we can't really actually build, you know, we can't automate that. But to do that, we have a craft bench. It's part of the hub, You can also build more if you want in the future to have them across the map. For now, we have one for free over here, so let's use it for sure. But again, this is a bit like the collection. This is manual. Now I'm pressing space, it's working automatically. I don't have to do anything, but I'm still waiting, right? So this is not so great, and that's why the whole point of the game, once again, is to just automate all of this. So as soon as possible, we're gonna try to automate all of this. Let's build, wait a couple of seconds. Now we're doing the iron rods. We could do also iron plates if we wanted. We'll go back over here and deliver it. And done. We now have sort of a roof. We can do upgrade level 2, which will give us even more things like the smelter, power line, and also copper ingots, which is a new resource, the copper ore. But to do that, we need a bit more of these iron rods. We need 20, but also 10 iron plates. Let's get back into our crafting over here. We need more of it. I know this episode is probably a bit boring if you already know the game, but hopefully the next episodes are gonna be really cool, because in the next episode we'll be rebuilding perfect productivity factories for all of these resources. So anyway, we have a couple of resources now, we can deliver them and unlock the next level, level 3. In this level 3 we'll get the constructor, the power pole, and again one more resource, the limestone. So we're gonna start it, and to make it we need to also do a third resource, which is the wire, and for the wire we need the copper. We also unlock, by the way, a small personal box over here where we can drop things if we want, and we've started to have some walls. As you can see, we even have a small room if you want to sleep over here, and more importantly we've unlocked over here the first generator. This is a biomass burner that will create electricity, to be precise 20 megawatts, if we give it fuel. And all of this is fuel, you know, things that with leaves, wood, also the flowers, and that's why we've been collecting them. So if we put flowers, you know, this can start in the future, and this is what will enable us to make, for example, the smelter work, right? So that will be important in the future. But before the smelter, we want the equipment workshop. Unfortunately, it costs some resources, of course, some iron ore and iron plates. So we need to go back to the craft bench. But before we do that, let's press this button over here, which will tell us, you know, in the to-do list what we need. We need 6 and 4. That way we, you know, won't forget. So we need, as we said, only 2 more iron rods. And we need 6 plates. Perfect. So with that, we'll be able to build the equipment workshop over here. Perfect. And if we go into it, we could build another xenozapper in the future, but more importantly, we can build portable miners. That is really good. We want that for sure. And I actually want more than one. I'm gonna build 3. To do that, we're going to do right click and add to to-do list, and as you can see, 3 portable miners, and now I know that I need 6 iron plate and 12 iron rod, which I'm pretty sure we don't have enough resources to do, so we're gonna need to go mine a bit. Okay, so I've mined manually a bit. Now we can do a few more ingots to get us those plates. Let's start actually with the plates. That's 4. Perfect, that's enough. And then iron, we need 11 more. So when this gets to 11, we can stop and build them. Perfect. Okay, so with that, we can go into equipment workshop and build 3 of these. These will then be into my inventory. So you may be wondering why 3. Well, first of all, I mean, like most games, the more you build, you know, the quicker you can develop in the future. But more importantly, you know, there's different resources, right? We have the iron over here. We're gonna put 1 on the iron. But there's also other resources. For example, over here we have some limestone. And more importantly, remember that we need to start having some copper too. The copper is over here, just in front of us. So we're gonna go there just now. Before, let's do the limestone, because I know that limestone is the next one. A bit of a cheat, but that way, you know, we're ready a bit quicker for the next part. So again, we are equipping one of these and dropping it on the floor. And then let's go to the last one, but let's be careful. Yeah, I see an enemy over here. So we need to put back Xeno and come to me. Oop. They obviously can run away and all of this, and some of them are stronger than others. Your health is also coming back up slowly but surely. You know, if you're wondering that. And it is the copper ore, third resources, which will be needed for our next upgrade. And up and look at this also animation. Small robot is coming to life. And it's coming up. And boom, starting to dig. And if we press E, we can see, you know, it's working already 20. It's gonna produce 80 per minute to be precise. Now we can grab it, done. And what's really great about this is actually it doesn't require electricity. So anyway, now if I go back to this one, it's probably full. Or I hope it's full. Yes, as you can see, 100. And it stopped working at 100, by the way. So what do we want to do next? Well, to do next, we want to start automating, right? As quickly as we can, we'll automate. For example, we can build a smelter. Can we? We could. It's gonna also require a power line. Let's do again this. You know, I'm gonna need power line too. This is what we need. We'll go back over here. Let's start with the ingots for copper. So the new one that we just unlocked, which gives us some wire and also cable. But for cable, you need wire. Oh, that's a bit of a catch-22, if you wish. Okay, let's do a couple of wires. Let's do a couple of cables too. We're gonna need them over here anyway. Okay, and then a bit of iron. Not too much. We only need a few. Good. And with that, we can build our first ever real building, which is the smelter. You have, you know, on one side, orange is the input and the green is the output. So we're gonna put it somewhere over here. And to function, I mean, we need to tell what to do. So let's start with iron, but we also need to give some electricity. It's actually 4 megawatts. It's a good thing that we have this over here, which will produce 20, right? The only thing we need now is to connect it. So we're gonna press 2 to connect this one to, actually let's build, oh no, we can't build a power pole because we need concrete. We can do that in the future, that's fine. And now it's working. You can see some fumes over here. In some of the other machines, you'll see also moving parts. And here you have this green light. This means this is working. Let's deliver everything. Level 3, done. And as I was saying, level 4 is going to be a conveyor belt. For that, we do need 75 iron plates, and we need to also start concrete and wire cables. Quite a few things, and also potentially also making reinforced plate, because we need reinforced plate for the constructor. And the constructor, you know, we're gonna be feeding it some ingots to be making the iron plates, for example, automatically. But first, as I said, let's make another smelter for the copper, which means we need a few more of these and a few more of these. Okay, I'm gonna make a few more because I think I forgot that we also need probably like 2 of these, which means we also need a bit of concrete. This to-do list is really cool, I feel. Let's actually build all of the concrete that we can. Not gonna take long. And actually this to-do list is not just about, you know, how many smelters you need and all of this. You can also create notes like saying, okay, our next goal number 1 is to make, you know, the smelter. And you can even format this with this, you know, different elements. So for example, here instead of 1 and 2, if I want, I can do like this, right? Constructor. And now I can see it over here. Now, as you can see, this is yellow because we're missing, you know, the input. This one is still green. It would become red if this becomes empty. So let's make sure we deliver some. Let's pick it up and deliver it over here. Perfect. And we go all the way. So again, at the beginning, there's a bit of back and forth. Perfect. So we want our second smelter over here. Gonna rotate it, but it goes in the right direction. Yes, perfect. Copper, deliver, but we need electricity, right? And this is quite far. I should have brought it with me. Sorry about this. Run quickly. Most of the buildings can only have 1 connection. So if I try to do 2 over here, it's saying can't collect more lines. So what we need to do is delete this line over here, and instead we're gonna create a pole. For example, a pole over here. And this one can connect to here and can connect to others. As you can see, can connect to 4. This is a pole level 1. We can also have level 2 and 3 later on, etc. So sorry about that. So it is, we can put second pole over here and connect it there. Done. So now it should be working. Perfect. Okay. As we said, now if we really want to automate, and we should as much as possible, right? The next thing to do would be to build a first constructor, in particular for the 75 iron plates. So let's do that. We're gonna need some iron plates, reinforced iron plates actually, and for these we're gonna need, you know, some normal iron plates but also some screw. So let's do that. Okay, so it is, we have built 2 reinforced iron plates thanks to those screws and normal iron plates. So with that we can go to the next stage, which is next to our smelter for iron. We're going to build this constructor. Again, we have of course the input and output, and this one there's only 1. Done. We want to do iron plates, which means we need some iron ingots. We can pick them over here, drop them, but we need power. So let's press number 2 and connect over here. I'm gonna make another pole and connect. Again, in the future, we're gonna make really cool factories, but for now, I don't really have access to anything. I don't have access to foundations, or even conveyor belts for that matter, so don't really have a choice. But anyway, with that, you know, this is going to consume 30 per minute and make 20 of these per minute. So in 3-4 minutes, we'll have enough for the milestone. In the meantime, let's make sure we feed a bit more iron into the smelter because it's empty once again. 70, oh, we're just missing 1. 76, perfect. So let's get delivered and we'll be done with level 4, which will unlock once again something really cool, right? The conveyor belts. Let's see now level 5. So for level 5, we're going to unlock the miner. Instead of the portable miner, now this is a real miner. Also the storage and a bit more of inventory slots. And this is just resources that we already have, just a bit more than before. We can also, of course, if we want, change the recipe, right? So for example, over here, we were doing iron plates. If I want, I can change to iron rods, right? And now this is iron rods that's gonna be made. But what I really want to do is show you this, if we have enough, yes. So this is Mark 1 conveyor belt. Again, not super pretty, but now the ingots are going directly into it, so I don't have to do it manually myself. The only thing missing is we still need to deliver the iron into this one until we have a miner over here. And let's do the same. So now we're making the roads with that. Now I want to do the same on the other side for, you know, the cables, or at least for the wires, or maybe both. So actually, if I want to do the cables, what we need to do is we need two constructors, one for the wire and then one for the cables. We're gonna need, you know, a couple of conveyor belts. Let's put like 3 or 4. Then we're gonna need probably also one pole and 2 lines. So yeah, this is what we need, and we have most of it. Okay, it is, we have everything we need. Let's make sure we deliver a bit of iron first, and then let's run over here. Oh, we can pad this one with E. Pet it. And then if we do it enough, it's going to start giving us some resources. So we're gonna put 2 constructors, and just to make it simple, I'm gonna put them also a bit on the flat surface over here at the bottom. So the first one is gonna do cable, and then the one after, and again, when we have foundation and things like this, we'll be able to make all of this align and all, but for now this will suffice. So the wire over here and the cable. We need, of course, this over here and this one. Oh, we can't afford it. We should have made more plates. I mean, I'm gonna have to come back, but one thing we can do is just connect the power, and I hope we're not gonna trip the power. We can check. So we are actually now max consumption, so if everything is working, it will be 20, which is our capacity. So we can't have more until we either stop some of them, or we have a second furnace or similar building. Okay, so with that, that's going to start building. How many have we made? 83. Really cool. Actually, let's stop the iron and start making plates again. So we can deliver all of those iron rods. Perfect. And what did I want to do? A few plates, right? We need also concrete. We need 20. This is the only one I haven't really optimized or automated yet. See, this one is yellow because we're not producing enough. This is making 30. This needs 60 to function at 100%, which is also why you can see over here 53% productivity, or 51, 50 now. Okay, and now the iron ingots are also coming directly over here. Good, good. And here we just need 50, 48, so 2 more, and we'll be ready for the upgrade 5. And done. Number 5. And we now have levels. So with level 5 we got the miner, but we got also level 6, which is the space elevator and the biomass burner. With the biomass burner we'll be able to have more electricity and also start making biomass. But for that, as you can see, we need 100 of both the iron rod and iron plates, also 100 of the wire, and 50 concrete. which is again why as quickly as you can, you want to automate all of these things. You don't want to be crafting manually all of this. We've also unlocked over here a second burner. So we can go from 20 to 40 if we give a bit more resources. Okay, so we're gonna connect it to this one over here. And now if we click on it, we can see that our capacity is jumping to 40 instead of 20. So we can expand to the next level. But more importantly, now we have also unlocked the miner. The miner will require some resources, including one of those portable miner, but it will really finalize automating this chain. So this is what we want to do. Okay, can we build it right away? Yes, we have enough. So let's build it. You know, we know it needs to come down this way. So let's build it like this. And we still have enough. Yes. Perfect. We do need though to connect it once again to electricity. Quick and dirty. Okay. So this is a pure node, so it's 120 per minute. The only thing is that it's not for now optimized, right? Because we're making 120. Now we're only using 30 over here. We're producing 30 of these. And we're actually using 30 for this one, for the plates. But remember, for the rods, we're only using 15. So that's why that wasn't fully optimized. Now we want to do the same over here. And also for the limestone, right? So that means we're gonna want 2 more miners. We're gonna want 1 constructor for the limestone. Okay, so that requires some concrete, some reinforced plates, and 2 portable miners. We have them on site already. It's mostly about the reinforced plates. Okay, so we're ready first for the limestone. We're also gonna need some power. And right now power is a bit of a mess. So let me clean that. To clean it, we're going to first have a pole that's focused on our electricity. So we're gonna connect this one and this one just on this. Then we have this pole that's going there. And then we can use this one to start going over there. Perfect. Let's put it over here. Good. Then we're gonna want a miner. Mark 1 miner. Of course, again, in the future, we'll have even more advanced miners. First miner. Turn it this way. Perfect. And then this miner is going to go into a constructor. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Then we do need power for the mine and for the constructor. Then we just need to tell the constructor to make concrete out of the limestone. The limestone, once again, that's not optimal, right? We're making 60 over here. We're only using 45. But at least that will start making the limestone automatically. And lastly, we want to do the same all the way over here for the copper. And let's start delivering some of those resources. Over here, we have enough of those plates. Then we can go maybe see the limestone. We have the 50 or 51. Perfect. Let's deliver this. So we deliver this limestone. And then we can go maybe see over here. I forgot to tell you all, I actually paused this. I clicked here to pause it because otherwise this should be using all of my wires and we need the wires right now. Now if we look over here, we have tons of wires. Perfect. So which means we can actually also restart this one. Good. And then the last one is going to be the iron rods. I don't know if we've already made 100. Just restarted it. Let's check it. No, we're at 50. We're gonna need to wait 2 minutes or so for that one. While the roads are being built, I'm recollecting a few more plants. Then we'll put them in my burner. And while this is happening, I was also looking a bit around and found this. So we have the nodes that are unlimited resources, but you sometimes will also find a small reserve of resources, particular for quartz or caterium. Those type of resources, always good to take it. So that's what I did. We'll see probably in the next episode what we can do with these resources. And here it is, we have 100. So let's go deliver them and finish tier 0. We have completed our hub. Looks a bit better now. Even have some colors. Now we have a room over here with some beds. If you want to look a bit more at your base, how's your base looking? Right, our first miner over there, we have a second over there, a third over here. So this is completely ugly, this is not optimized at all. For now, we can't really do much more than that. Open our menu, and in special we have the space elevator. It's gonna cost quite a bit of resources, as you can see. We're gonna need 500 of concrete, 250 iron plates, 400 iron rods, 1,500 of wires. But this is actually not needed to move forward, because if you look over here, we have unlocked tier 1 and tier 2. Before doing the elevator, we can do this. In particular over here, we're going to start unlocking foundations to start really making real factories. Here we have the conveyor splitters and mergers and lift, which will also really enable us to get to good productivity, because if we have a mine that's producing 120, for example, right, we can split it into several. And also over here, we're gonna unlock the map and the MAM. And the MAM is really important. So we're definitely going to do, I think, at least tier 1 before the space elevator. We also have tier 2 with the assembler, the rotor. There's quite a few things over here, including already level 2 conveyors, for example. The awesome sink and shop, where we're going to be able to unlock many things, in particular to make our cities a bit more pretty, but not just that. So there's quite a few things to be done in tier 1 and tier 2, and as you can see, this is mostly resources that we already know how to do. But I think this is good for this first episode. We did all tier 0, really got the basics of the game. Of course, don't hesitate if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, put in the comments below. I think the next episode will probably do all of tier 1 for sure. This will be quite easy and won't take too long, in particular to unlock the MAM, start doing some of those research over here, and maybe start tier 2, we'll have to see, but definitely not do the space elevator right away. If you enjoyed the episode, don't hesitate to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I hope to see you next time.